This is legit, full spoilers. So right when the movie, so they go and they do this. You find out Iceman dies, which is super sad.
Yeah, it really
very, very fitting though. But as he dies, he was the guy giving the okay for Maverick to still teach. So as soon as he died, Cyclone took over and pretty much kicked Maverick out. So Maverick he stole the plane and he flew this course in less time than he gave his students to show that
possible.
It can be done.
So John Cam's character, the Cyclone, basically said it. This can't be done. You're forcing them, and the only thing you told them is it can't be done. And he showed them, like, not only am I going to show them that it could be done, I'm going to do it 15 less seconds and show you.
Yeah.
And he got the 10 Gs. He did it. He got the 10 Gs doing it.
And he destroyed the plane. Like, that's what John Hamm said at the end. He goes, "Yeah, you can't fly that plane anymore." Like,
because he
broke it.
Break the frame. But they said that it'll take for you to get back. You have to bend the frame to be able to do these things.
Yeah. So that was super cool. So he went from being teacher to being the lead in the mission. So I thought that was a twist, because I'm like, somehow he's going to fly this mission. I wasn't sure how, and I thought that was a good way how they did it. Like, he was the only one that could do it. So he obviously picks his team. He picks the Phoenix and Bob and who's it? Payday and Fanboy. No, Payback, right? Fanboy. Yeah, Phoenix and Bob are in the other. And then his wingman winds up being Rooster, which was kind of good because Rooster always like hesitated and this and that. So it was.
But Rooster was also the only other person who finish the course. No one else finished the course. Not Hangman, because Hangman always left his teammate to dry. Yeah, and basically that's what he would do. It has to be a timing. He has to be a good shot. He has to be able to do all those things. So it was good that he chose Rooster, but he was kind of really hesitant to do those things because of their relationship. He didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to he's like basically, I don't want to lose you like I lost my I lost you there. Yeah. And then spoiler chat, they basically go into the unknown country and blow up their nuclear facility, aka Russia. But you can't use that name. So that's a no.
That's a no.
I think they said Ukraine. It was really, really quick when they were on the carrier right before they flew the mission. You heard I thought they said the other guy was
outside Ukraine.
Oh, maybe, because I heard him say like Ukrainian blah 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 blah. I'm like, did he say Ukraine? But it might have been outside.
Yeah. So if that's the case, it could be any of those countries.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it could just be a random European country kind of thing. They did say it was like it was going against a NATO treaty or something like that.
Yep.
They threw stuff in there. What do you say? Just to make y'all hard for Tom Cruise as Maverick. I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise.
I am not a Tom Cruise fan. I'm not.
No, I'm really not. But
he's a little guy. He's jumping on couches and doing all this Scientology thing. I'm like, I don't know about all this stuff. And but
damn if he doesn't make good movies.
He played this character so well. I just, it was who he is.
I mean, yeah, it's the role that made him. I mean, Tom Cruise really wasn't anything until he became Maverick in Top Gun. I mean, same thing with Val Kilmer. That's the role that shot him up to that next level of stardom. So, but yeah, thank you. Bro, the humor slaps though. Yeah.
It does.
When they talk crap to each other. Well, yeah, so they wind up running the whole mission and blah blah blah. Rooster gets the confidence to not think and just do and blah blah blah. He does all this. They do the mission, and right at the end is they have to like avoid all these missiles, and that was crazy because there's just missiles everywhere, and it was shot like, I don't know how you thought about it, where it was just madness.
Yeah,
it was just shit everywhere.
So you see them just doing whatever, and even when they get past all that, there's still two fighter pilots that are coming towards them They have no way to account for.
Yeah. So that was the whole thing. So they're flying F-18s, and I don't know like if this like how accurate it is or whatnot. But there's like this new generation of fighter planes that are like that would put the F-18 like down without even trying. What were you
thinking?
What you were thinking?
That's right.
Yeah. They're just kind of like staring at each other. Yeah, that was an awesome scene.
So and when he's talking about it, so basically, Rooster is in trouble. He's out of flares. Yes, he's no way for him to outrun these things. So Maverick goes back and uses his flares and gets shot down. And they're like, should we go back to get him? Should we, go save him? And they're like, no, we can't. I need everyone to get back. And it cuts away, and you get to Maverick seeing him, wake up off the ground because he ejected out of his cockpit. And he's like, crap. And there's a helicopter following him, about to shoot him in the face. So he avoids for a second. And then finally the helicopter got him. He has him dead to right. And Rooster comes in, blows him up. Awesome.
Yeah.
Problem is,
but he winds him.
Yeah, exactly. You go ahead.
Yeah, so good.
So Rooster
wins it.
Getting beat up.
Go, you
doing it. He goes say he gets blown up too, and he has to eject too. So now Maverick sees that, he's like, holy crap. So he's running, doing his Tom Cruise run thing, Mission Impossible thing, running, and gets to him, and he's like, Rooster gets up and he sees him coming and thinks he'll give him a hug, and Tom Cruise goes full speed and just pushes him down. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
I just risked my life for you. What the hell? What were you thinking? And that's where he said, you told me not to think. Yeah. That's right.
And he kind of sat there, he's like, that was awesome. He couldn't say anything. He's like, yeah. But yeah, that whole scene, like, I thought the movie was done. So here we got a weird pick of mine when it comes to Tom Cruise, Oblivion. I have no idea why I like that film, but I did. It was a good film. It was good. Wasn't it based off a video game? Or a book? Or was it just, or is it a book? I don't know. That was a good movie. I mean, Tom Cruise does. Man, he does good movies.
Actor. He just, I don't know. I don't know him, but it's just something about him that makes me not like him as a person. I don't know him. Like it's totally my own biases. No reason at all. He's giving me nothing. Like there's nothing. But just I don't know. It's my fault.
No, he's a little weird. But yeah, so I mean that like the movie. I thought the movie was done. He sacrificed himself. They're gonna give him a nice little funeral. Him and Iceman are gone. Like that's it. It's over. But then it kicks into another gear, and now Rooster and Mav they have to get back home. Was it you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain too much? Yeah, the song. Yeah, you missed that part. Yeah, that was sad part. Yeah, so that it became a whole nother kind of like movie at the end. That I loved. I thought it was like done, and then now they have to escape. And I just thought it was so good. They wind up getting an F-14. So
but they just were walking through, like they're wherever they are. They just walking through like random. Like, all right, let's just walk. I don't know. Maybe probably should run.
Yeah, everyone else is running. But I thought that was funny. But it just shows like how like because in the beginning of the movie, he was told you can't handle the future. He goes, it's coming. Like, these new planes and all this, like the technology is gonna beat you. And then the end of the movie is him in an even older plane, fighting brand new like crazy planes. And I thought that move was so sick when it just like stopped.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, what
the hell did it just do?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That was insane. That was real. And just knowing that it wasn't CGI or anything, that was a real thing that happened. It was like
so
cool.
Like it just went around. It did so many amazing things I couldn't even imagine. I was like, so how is this F-14 going to beat these guys? And all you can say is, he says the pilot also say those guys in those unbelievable planes are pretty terrible pilots.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought that whole scene where he's like just smile and wave. I thought that was so funny. And then he's like, doing the thing. He's like, "What's that mean?" He's like, "I don't know." It's like, "What does that mean?" Like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I thought that fight scene at the end where he takes out 2 of the new gens. Well, yeah, takes out 2 was super cool. Super cool.
He took out 2, and then a third comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, so this is the way they're gonna die, huh? And, saved them, and then this is the way you're gonna do this. You can't do this. I didn't care about Maverick at all, but you can't kill Rooster like this. It's like you can't do this again.
Exactly. I was like, I'm like, Tom Cruise is gonna die. Maverick is going to die in this one. I'm like, he has to. It makes sense. But obviously he doesn't. But I mean, there's the whole part where he's like trying to have him do the escape hatch, thing, and it went in full. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, shit. It was just like you're really on the edge of your seat the entire time. You're like, what are they gonna do? And you don't know what they're gonna do. So because I'm like, do they crash a plane? Do they do this? Like, it was just really, really like fun to watch.
It was so cool to see Hangman come and save their butts.
Yeah. He said, bro, you have to hang out with one of these guys for a day. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Cruise. Oh, geez.
No. Just no. I'll take the repercussions it is. I'd rather fight The Rock than hang out with both of those 2 guys.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers is just gonna be boring. At least Tom Cruise, you might have fun, but you're gonna wind up at the Scientology church.
He's trying to convert me.
So I don't know. That's why I feel like Tom Cruise would be like, "Oh, we had such a great day. Hey, just come over here and talk to these people for me." It's like,
oh, that'd be funny.
But yeah, man. I mean, the ending was great, which is like something I told you was why I'm putting this higher than the Batman is because the Batman should have ended 3 times and it didn't. And this movie should have ended twice, or at least the first time. And when it didn't, I was excited. I was like, oh, this is a whole nother story. We got more. And I was so pumped for it, So that was like kudos for that, So it kept you in the story even when you thought it was over, and they gave you more, and you were just like wanting it.
It's like you're thankful that they gave you this more. And it was so good.
Yeah.
Like 99%, you probably missed one. He should be 100. This should be 100%. Honestly, that's how good this is.
Yeah. Oh, and then one thing we did I forgot to mention was it breaks a 15-year Memorial Day box office record, $156 million, making Tom Cruise the first $100 million opening weekend ever. So this is Tom Cruise's best movie ever, and Memorial Day's best movie ever.
It was funny because everyone was talking before how Tom Cruise only does blockbuster movies. And you say, well, no, this is the only one that's ever went over $100 million. And then just go over $100 million. It went $156 million. That's amazing.
Yeah.
This is a great movie. I mean, I can go and see it again and enjoy just sitting there, eating popcorn. This is awesome. Watching it again, experiencing it. It's once again, it's what a movie's supposed to be. 2 hours of suspending life, suspending your reality, and just living in an experience. And that's what it did.
Yeah, I agree. It was so much fun. So much fun, man. I enjoyed it. Anything else?
No, this is great. I love it, but let's get to the real reason we're here.
Yeah. All right. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna do the giveaway right now. If you're watching our replay, appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure you let us know what you thought about Top Gun.